Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut. Normally here with Mike Kelly, but he's at the Christmas Cantry today. He's out there, everybody should be supporting our local real estate community. All right, we got a little bit of news today. Nothing major, but let's get. This is what I got to cover today. We got some market movements. We got a new FHA rule that can affect delinquency loans. We have a brewing legal battle between the DOJ and NAR, so Department of Justice, and National Association of Realtors, and signals of potential 2025 housing slowdown. Plus, if you ever dreamed about going out of the country and living abroad, I got a few countries that are giving golden visas if you buy real estate there. And so let's get into it. All right, so this morning, what's happening in the markets? Stocks are starting the day higher, but I think they're only up 13 right now. So that Dow's at 43,927. Because remember, I start this off in the morning. I start off at 6:30. I know it's 8:30 now, but that's a little different. Mortgage bonds were down 12 basis points, so we're not, we're going the wrong way right now. So if we look at the breakdown, the 10-year push past the 25-day moving average and the 4.33 Fibonacci level. I'm going to get into why this matters in a second. Mortgage bonds are trading between the support at the 200-day moving average and resistance of the 50-day moving average. This is all stock and bond, stock talk. But why does this matter? Why should you care about these numbers? The 10-year is likely a guide for mortgage rates. It's not exactly, but they go on the same street, sometimes in the different movements, but sometimes they move. When it goes up, mortgage rates usually go up. That means buying a home and refinancing could get more expensive. At the same time, mortgage bonds also affect loan rates. Mortgage bond falls, rates rise. That's why they're suggesting a locking bias for rates today. Right now, they're saying a lock because it's, if you got to close the next 30 days, you might want to lock. And again, we don't know what the Trump effect is going to happen next year while he starts on January 20th with his tariffs and everything. We don't know how that's going to affect everything. So I would this is what I'm telling, lock now, because you never know what it's going to be next year. And the amount that you could lose is going to outweigh the amount you could possibly gain during that period of time. All right, let's get into CoreLogic. They looked at homeowners are handling their mortgage payments according to CoreLogic. Things are holding steady. Loans 30 plus days delinquent are still at 3%. Really no big changes here. Serious delinquent loans 90 plus days improved slightly to 0.9%, down from 1% last year. Foreclosures sitting at a low 0.3%, which is still near decades low. Overall, it's good news for us as homeowners and actually us in this market and selling properties. But the positive thing is if you do get into a situation where you might lose your home, you have enough equity to go ahead and turn around and sell that thing. So that's a positive thing. Now, some bad news. The DOJ versus NAR investigation battle. The big news in the real estate world is going on right now with these two. The Department of Justice and the National Association of Realtors are at odds. The DOJ wants to reopen the antitrust investigation into NAR's rules, and NAR isn't happy about that. If you look at the backstory in this, the investigation started in 2018. I don't know if you're aware of that, and was closed in 2020 under the new settlement. There it is. In 2021, the DOJ reported it. I'm sorry. In 2021, I want to get my numbers right. In 2021, the DOJ reopened it, which led NAR to take a fight into the Supreme Court. Why does this matter? If the DOJ wins, it could change how real estate agents operate and possibly shake up commission structures even more. Not like we need this. They did the settlement to get rid of this, but it's the DOJ saying we didn't agree to it. And they also said we did not state that we would not come back and look into this. And so we'll keep you posted on how this plays out, but we do need to keep an eye on it. FHA came out and has finalized a rule making their single-family loan sale program permanent starting in January 10, 2025. Seriously delinquent loans will be sold to qualified buyers. What does this mean? Buyers of these loans must offer loss mitigation options that are just as good or better than FHA options. So FHA doesn't want to keep holding on these on their books. They want to sell it to somebody else who can handle it for them. This applies to both forward mortgages and reverse mortgages. I don't know why a reverse mortgage would be bad, because you have to make sure they pay their taxes and insurance. So unless they're not making their insurance payment or their taxes, it shouldn't be a problem. The goal is to protect the mutual mortgage insurance fund and help FHA recover more money. So hopefully this will work out best for everybody, but I have a feeling it's not. Housing market, you got distressed properties and 2025 slowdown. So if you look at distressed property auctions, if you don't know this, but auction.com does about half of the properties through foreclosures. So we're seeing some signs that the housing market might be slowing down for 2025. Looking at what's driving this, auction prices are dropping. REO auctions reserve to value ratios dropped by 2 percentage points. Foreclosure auctions credit to bid value ratios fell by 3 percentage points. Overall headwinds, rising inventory listings are up 29% compared to last year at this time. Higher mortgage rates still hovering around 6.5 to 7%. Affordability issues are what is really driving this. Home prices remain 25% higher than what most people incomes can handle. So if you're thinking about buying or selling 2025, you should keep the eye on these. They tell us we should keep an eye on these trends, but what this is telling me is there's not a lot of foreclosures, and the ones that are going, they're going through, and they're selling for pretty close to what they're asking. So I think this is just a bunch of news that really doesn't mean anything. And what I mean by that is sometimes these places are going, okay, well, look at this headline, and now let's sell the story. All right, here we go. All right, so say you wanted to move out of the United States and you want to go to another country. Well, there is this golden visa program that if you buy real estate in that country, they will give you residency or citizenship if you invest in real estate. This is a good way to diversify your investments, and often real estate is going to be cheaper there than here in the United States. I'm going to go through the top 5. There's 10 of them, and I'll just run through the next one. But Panama, if you buy a $300,000 minimum investment, it offers affordable living, large expat community, which means expatriates are there. They give up their citizenship or they just live there. Nice beaches, great to looking for lower cost living lifestyle. Malta, you have to do a $628,000 minimum investment. I'm sorry, 200 add on to that. They have luxury apartments, historical properties. Cyprus is doing it at 314,000. Northern Cyprus, there's no minimum investment. I don't know how great that is. I've never been there. Montenegro, I can't say it. No minimum investment. St. Kitts, Nevis, you have a $300,000 minimum investment. This is dual island paradise in the Caribbean with visa-free travel to over 150 countries. That might be something to look into. You have Antigua and Cambodia has a $100,000 minimum investment. Costa Rica has a $150,000 minimum investment. Martis has a $375,000 investment. I want to keep saying Antigua, but it's not Antigua. It's Anguilla, $750,000 investment. So there are some that's a British Caribbean territory with stunning beaches and tax haven status, but that is pretty expensive to be a minimum, but you could get into Costa Rica for a lot less. Each country has different rules for these programs. You can usually just can't buy land or fix it up cheap. There's specific requirements. Work with a professional who knows these programs. So I just came across that and I thought it was a unique thing. If you want to move to a different country or actually have a retirement home there and then eventually move there because you're tired of the United States, I think things are going to get so much better with the new administration coming in. If we can get costs down, if we can get taxes down, I think people will be much happier here. All right, next week we have economic events to watch for. We have Tuesday retail sales, Wednesday is Fed meeting and housing starts, Thursday is final third quarter GDP, existing home sales, and also the initial jobless claims. And Friday is the PCE inflation data, which is the Fed's favorite gauge of data. And that's something to watch for next week. So overall, we covered some market trends, and the big thing I think with the DOJ versus NAR showdown is how far is that going to go? Is that going to go away next year once Trump's in office and they relook at a bunch of stuff? I hope so. I hope they get rid of some of these issues because the biggest problem I saw from the whole thing with the NAR was the fact that they just put that commission in the MLS. If they never would have done that, this never would have came up. And so I think moving forward, it just needs to go back to how it used to be and stop this going after them. They settled it to move forward, let them move forward and let us move forward. That's pretty much all I had today. I went a little long on a few things, but I was just trying to go get some different things for the show today. And I hope I did. I hope I gave you some knowledge. Anyway, we'll be back on Monday. Mike Kelly will be back on Monday also. And it's a normal week next week. Then the following week is Christmas. Wow, it's getting close. I hope you got all your gifts for your families, because if not, I'm sure they're running out. All right, everybody, make it a great day. Currently, I'm going to. I got a bunch of work to do, and I'm going to go. So you make it a great day, and we'll talk to you on Monday. All right. Bye. Thanks for watching.